up, everybody? This is Tech G back with another video to help you successfully pass the CompTIA A+ 1202 certification. So let's get into it. All right, so when most people think about IT troubleshooting, they imagine replacing hardware, fixing blue screens, or getting a printer to finally cooperate. Security issues don't always feel as hands-on or exciting, but here's the reality. Security problems are some of the most common, disruptive, and dangerous issues that you're going to face as an IT technician, especially at the entry level. So on the CompTIA A+ exam, security troubleshooting is a big deal. Not because you're expected to be a cybersecurity expert, but because you are often the first line of defense. Users do not call the Security Operations Center, they call the help desk. They call you, and the symptoms they describe are rarely clear or technical. They say things like, my computer is acting weird, or I keep getting pop-ups, or my files are gone. Well, guess what? This video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to recognize, understand, and troubleshoot common PC security issues. So with that being said, let's go. All right, so one of the most important concepts for A+ students to understand is this. Symptoms are not the same as causes. A user might report that they can't access the network. That doesn't automatically mean there's a network outage. It could be malware. They might see antivirus alerts popping up constantly. That doesn't automatically mean the system is infected. It could be a fake antivirus software trying to scare them into clicking something. And the CompTIA exam loves scenarios where multiple symptoms point towards a security issue, not a single obvious clue. But guess what? Your job as a technician is to slow down, observe patterns, and avoid any knee-jerk reactions. All right, so let's start with the most frequently tested and encountered security-related symptoms. And the first one is you are unable to access the network. So when a user says that they can't get on the internet, most people immediately think of bad Wi-Fi or a down router. But from a security troubleshooting perspective, this symptom raises red flags because malware can interfere with network connectivity in several ways. Some malicious programs, they intentionally block internet access to prevent antivirus updates, and others, they modify DNS settings so traffic is redirected through malicious servers. And in some cases, a firewall rule may be changed without the user's knowledge. Now, from a troubleshooting standpoint, you should ask questions like, does the device connect to the network but not the internet? Do other devices on the network work fine? And did the issue appear suddenly after clicking a link or opening an attachment? Because on the exam, a sudden loss of network access combined with pop-ups, alerts, or file issues, this strongly suggests malware rather than a hardware failure. All right, so moving on, one of the most common security symptoms, especially on Windows systems, is unexpected desktop alerts. Now, these alerts might look official. They may use logos, shields, warning symbols, and technical language, and they often claim that your system is infected, immediate action is required, or click here to clean your PC. But here's the key thing to remember. Legitimate antivirus software does not aggressively scare users into clicking pop-ups. Fake alerts are usually generated by rogue security software or malicious browser extensions, and their goal is simple: panic the user into clicking, downloading, and paying. Now, from a troubleshooting standpoint, your first instinct should not be to click anything. Instead, verify whether the alert matches the installed antivirus software. Also verify that the antivirus software is even installed at all, and also verify that the alert appears when no browser is open. Now, on the exam, just understand that false alerts, these are a classic sign of rogue antivirus or scareware. All right, next we have fake alerts about antivirus protection. So this is closely related to desktop alerts, but CompTIA separates it for a reason. False antivirus alerts, they often claim that your antivirus subscription has expired, you have hundreds of threats that are detected, and you must renew immediately. Now, these alerts are especially dangerous because they exploit trust. Users believe antivirus software is supposed to warn them, and attackers, they take advantage of that belief. Now, as a technician, your role is to validate the source of the alert, so you want to check whether the antivirus dashboard shows the same warning. You want to check whether the alert appears even when the antivirus software is closed. You also want to check to see if the system suddenly has a new antivirus that's been installed without user consent. Now, on the exam, this symptom strongly points to malicious software that's impersonating security tools. All right, next we have altered system or personal files. So few things alarm users more than missing or altered files, and for good reason. This symptom often indicates a serious security problem. So when it comes to missing or renamed files, so when files suddenly disappear or have strange names or extensions, you should immediately think of malware or ransomware. Ransomware, this often encrypts files and changes their extensions. And other malware, it may hide files to confuse users to prevent system recovery. And some common red flags include files named with random characters, or you got new file extensions that the user does not recognize, or you have files that have been replaced with README or instruction files. So from an exam perspective, just understand that missing or renamed files are almost always never accidental, and this symptom nearly always points to malicious activity. And then we have the inability to access files. So sometimes files aren't gone, but the user cannot open them, and they may receive access denied messages or corrupted file errors. Now, this can happen when malware changes file permissions, files are encrypted, or the user profile is compromised. Now, for troubleshooting, this means checking file permissions, scanning for malware, and verifying backups. Now, on the A+ exam, just understand that file access issues combined with other symptoms, this strongly suggests that security has been compromised. And then we have unwanted notifications within the operating system. So if a user complains that Windows keeps showing notifications that they did not ask for, then your security senses should start tingling. And these notifications may advertise fake system optimizers, free virus scans, browser extensions, and software updates that are not real. Now, in many cases, these notifications come from malicious apps that have been installed without consent, browser push notifications that have been enabled accidentally, or adware that's embedded in free software. And this is extremely common in the real world, and CompTIA expects you to recognize it. Now, the key troubleshooting step is determining where the notification originates. Is it the operating system, a browser, or an installed application? And then you have operating system update failures. Now, at first glance, failed operating system updates may not sound like a security issue, but they absolutely can be, because malware can often block updates, because security patches could remove vulnerabilities that it relies upon, and antivirus updates can detect it, and system integrity checks can expose it. Now, if a system suddenly cannot update after previously working fine, and especially if it coincides with other symptoms, the malware should be considered. Now, on the exam, just understand that operating system updates combined with performance issues or alerts, this often indicates system compromise rather than simple misconfigurations. All right, so let's move on to talk about some browser-related security symptoms. Now, modern attacks, they heavily target web browsers because that's where users spend most of their time, and CompTIA places special emphasis on browser-based symptoms for this reason. So the first one we're going to talk about is random or frequent pop-ups. Now, pop-ups are one of the oldest tricks in the book, and they're still incredibly effective. If a user reports pop-ups appearing outside of a browser on a legitimate website or immediately after they boot, then you are likely dealing with adware or a malicious browser extension. From a troubleshooting standpoint, you should check install browser extensions, reset the browser settings, and scan for malware. Also on the exam, just understand that frequent pop-ups, these are one of the clearest indicators of browser-based malware. Then there's certificate warnings. Now, certificate warnings, they often confuse users because they sound technical and scary, because these warnings may say stuff like your connection is not private, this certificate cannot be trusted, or attackers may be trying to steal your information. Now, while certificate warnings can be legitimate, they can also indicate a man-in-the-middle attack, DNS hijacking, or malicious proxies. Now, on the exam, just understand that unexpected certificate warnings, especially on a trusted website, this is a major red flag. Then there's the browser redirection. So browser redirection, this occurs when a user types one website but ends up on another. And this is often caused by malicious extensions, altered DNS settings, or adware. Now, redirection is dangerous because users may not realize they're on a fake site designed to steal their credentials. And from a troubleshooting standpoint, checking browser settings, DNS configurations, and extensions is extremely critical. And then we have degraded browser performance. So slow browsers aren't always a performance issue. They can be a security issue. And malware, it may consume CPU and memory, inject ads into web pages, and monitor browsing behavior. Now, if the browser is slow, but the rest of the system seems fine, then that's a strong hint that the issue is browser-specific malware. Now, on the exam, degraded browser performance combined with pop-ups or redirection, this points to malicious software and not outdated hardware. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap all this up. So CompTIA, doesn't just want you to memorize symptoms. They want you to connect symptoms to likely causes. So for example, network access issues plus fake antivirus alerts, this equals malware. Missing files plus renamed extensions, this equals ransomware. Browser redirects plus pop-ups, this equals malicious extensions. And operating system update failures plus desktop alerts, this equals a compromised system. And your job is not to jump to conclusions, but to recognize the patterns. So why does all of this matter? Well, security troubleshooting isn't about fear. It's about awareness. And at the entry level, you won't be writing intrusion detection rules or analyzing packet captures, but you will be protecting users from scams, data loss, and downtime, because you're going to be the person who notices that something isn't right and takes action before it gets worse. So if you're preparing for the CompTIA A+ exam, mastering these symptoms will give you more than just test confidence. It's going to give you real-world credibility. All right, so with all that being said, let's do some check on learning. So our first question is, a user reports that their computer suddenly cannot access the internet. Other devices on the same network work normally, and the user also mentions seeing frequent pop-up warnings claiming their antivirus subscription has expired. What is the most likely cause? Is this a faulty network interface card? Is it an incorrect wireless security key? Is it malware or rogue antivirus software? Or is it an ISP service outage? And the correct answer is this is malware or rogue antivirus software. So when network access issues occur only on one system and are combined with fake or aggressive antivirus alerts, this strongly indicates malware or rogue antivirus software. And these threats may block internet access to prevent updates or trick users into clicking malicious links. Now on the CompTIA A+ exam, this combination of symptoms, this points to a security issue and not a hardware or ISP problem. Next question. The user states that many of their personal files have strange new file extensions and can no longer be opened. A text file on the desktop demands payment to restore access. What type of security issue is most likely responsible? Is this adware, spyware, ransomware, or a browser hijacker? And the correct answer is this is ransomware. So ransomware, this commonly encrypts files, changes their names and extensions, and prevents access until a ransom is paid. The presence of a payment message is a key indicator. And for the A+ exam, missing or renamed files combined with access denial, this is a classic ransomware scenario. And our final question is, a user complains that their web browser is slow, frequently redirects them to unfamiliar websites, and displays pop-ups even when visiting trusted sites. What is the best initial area for an IT technician to check? Should they check the CPU and RAM usage in Task Manager? Should they check the browser extensions and add-ons? Should they check the operating system power settings? Or should they check the display driver configuration? And the correct answer is they're going to check the browser extensions and add-ons. So browser redirection, excessive pop-ups, and degraded performance, all of that are strong indicators of malicious browser extensions or adware. And CompTIA expects technicians to first inspect browser-level components before moving on to deeper system troubleshooting. In hardware or display settings, this would not cause these symptoms.